Good morning, everybody. My name is Miriam Bonilla. I'm the CEO from Edibon International. We are a producer and manufacturer of lab equipment. We produce the equipment that the engineers, when they are studying at the university, they have in the lab, so they can reproduce what they have studied in theory in a practical way. So we like to say that we convert theory into practice. So after all my long experience in all these years, I've been more than 30 years working in the sector, we have noticed that in many cases there are very big problems inside the engineering education. Why engineering is not so popular in certain areas, but it's extremely important to develop a country, what the government should do. After traveling to many of the organisms like the World Bank, United Nations, they mentioned to me that there is a big gap between the labor market and the education. So they wanted to merge and to reduce this gap so that students from engineering will get a job once they finish their studies. But what are the problems for this? First of all, engineering is very costly. Second, the technology is going up. It's updated nearly every day, so it's very easy to get old in technology. Third one, professors, they don't know the latest technology, so they have problems to explain the students what are they going to use when they are working. For example, nowadays I visit many universities worldwide, more than 1,000 universities, and the real world, for example, is using hydrogen, but the professors are still teaching the students how to use a diesel engine, and diesel is going to be over in 10 years. So they need to teach the students how hydrogen is being working, because that's the future. So how we can solve this problem? And also very often the engineering is scary for many of the students, so they don't like to go to engineer and they go for easier degrees. So how we can solve this problem? There is a way that nowadays the technology is giving us a solution. One of the SDG from the United Nations is education for all. So many people, we are working in order to have engineering education for all. How we get that? We use the technology. What kind of technology? Nowadays we can control remotely any equipment from a computer. So if we can have a laboratory full control by a computer or by different computers, and we can control that laboratory from anywhere in the world, that means that we can show to any student, wherever they are, how to do experiments or what are the practical experiments. Also, by using computers, it's easier for them, the kids right now. They are more used to computers and iPads and telephones than using their hands. So by the time you use this kind of technology to show them, for example, how hydrogen engine works, it will be easier for them to understand. For example, to understand how a power plant works is very difficult, but if we use the technology that gives them, that they control by the computer and they can control by the iPad, and they see the graphics and they see in real time that what they are doing has a reflection. These kind of things will make technology easier for kids. One of the other things is that we have to introduce the STEM disciplines from the very early stages, so the students will not feel afraid of science. They will not feel afraid of mathematics. They will see that it's very interesting for them. So having the STEM disciplines from the kindergarten will allow us to have more engineers in future. And the only way to develop a country is to have engineers and industry. So thank you so much. If you want me, we can be in touch. So at edubon.com. Thank you. Thank you so much.